Don't deliberately throw punches around the back of the head. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Touch them.
The 10-round scheduled in our second contest of the night here in Derby. English welterweight title on the line. There is the challenger, won the Southern area last time out, and there is the champion making his first defence of the belt. Both of them coming off good domestic wins. Who will prevail here? Kodua, the challenger, big at the weight, boxes tall, not got the quickest hands at that shell defence, but he's got a relaxed, long, straight jab, really long arms too. Used them to good effect against Francis last time out. Bought himself a lot of space and time with that jab, but also pretty decent in close, finds some space to unfurl those long arms, digs well to the body, looks calm under pressure. A lot of that weight on the back foot is going to force Dalton to find his way into range, and Dalton took a little while to get going in his title win, Dave. Took a little while to get his head off the line and start to find a home, and this is where he likes to be, on the chest of his opponents, outworking them, and he took a few to land a few in the early portion of his title win last time out, and then he started to take over and ground his man Ben Vaughan down and just outworked him over 10. Could the same long-term plan apply here tonight? And how will Kodua feel if this starts to get attritional down the stretch?
Well, I would say that he's going to have to take a few to get his own few off, like you've just mentioned in his last fight. He's going to have to do that tonight, because the range that Kodua's got, and he looks very comfortable popping that jab to the belly already. But already, though, Dalton's got up close. He's had him on the ropes a couple of times. He's getting shots off the body. I like how when he gets into that mid-range to then the close range, he's targeting the body early does. He's not getting too, you know, focused on trying to land a big shot to the head.
Kodua just trying to underhook the arms, and Steve Gray, one of the best referees in the business, in between them. Dalton just fires a right hand from a little bit too far out. Again, just shuffles into range fast and backs his man up into the corner. This is what Kodua does well, shovels those long, raking uppercuts into the body, left and right. They start to take a toll on you as a fight wears on.
He's very unflustered about being backed up against the ropes. It's obviously something that he works on quite a lot.
That Philly shell defence in particular, kind of predicates on being able to roll that shoulder and look for counters off of it.
Yeah, but the little shots that you take into the body when you're in that position, if you are taking clean shots, there are little digs around the side, and you know they might not travel far, but they are very underrated in what effect they have down the stretch of the fight.
Just trying to get the jab going in these last 30 seconds, Kodua. Dalton's pressure has probably edged him the first 3 minutes. Got in close, this is where he wanted to be. Good finish from him and an uppercut from Kodua. They just exchange glances, decent opening round. And Ben Vaughan, last time out against Dalton, looked the more skillful of the two the first 3 or 4 rounds of their contest. He landed plenty of straight left hands. Dalton took
that's a nice little right hand from Dalton there.
Rounds to get off the line against him. And they will want to get his head moving a little early. Got in a really nice flow state in the middle rounds in that fight. Started to read his man and rolled and slipped under his work, and really hurt him in the 6th and the 7th, and started to turn the screw as the fight went on.
I see he's headhunting a little bit more this first few seconds, first couple of attacks there. He rolled to the head, whereas in the first round, when he gets up close, he was going to the body straight away.
As you say, all the while, just right hand that comes off the front shoulder of Kodua. Just been shoveling and chipping these little shots in. And you can see the reddening on the left flank of Bobby Dalton, just in our commentary position. He backs Kodua into the corner, just chops away, but again, Kodua just responds with a couple under the elbows.
Kodua can see these shots coming, so he's quite comfortable. He's just watching everything that's coming his way. And then he's just picking little digs. Just
trying to drop under these shots here, doing a good job in doing so on the ropes to Not taking too much clean, just chips away with a little right hand there as well. Making Dalton work without having a great deal of success, the red car fighter. And that's better if he can do it, just lever in a little bit of space with the forearm there. A little bit messy here, and arguably Dalton just smothering his work a little inside, and Kodua having some success when they get in close. Nice long left hand to the body that time.
Dalton just seems to have lost his discipline this round. Nice right hand counter from Kodua there. Just turned the shoulder and came back with a little springy right hand.
Yeah, that was the James Toney, wasn't it?
Yeah.
As again, just backs into the corner, maybe looking to try and line him up on the counter now. Again, Steve Gray gets in the middle, big physical presence. Dalton now head on the chest of Kodua. Kodua just trying to lean with that front shoulder, give himself a bit of space for that uppercut and to shovel those shots into the body. Dalton, the busier of the two, not necessarily landing huge number of more clean shots, and all the while Kodua just quietly chipping away to the body, looking calm, economical with his work. Really interesting to see where we are in 3 or 4 rounds time. Dalton hands high, just trying to bait him into stepping into distance now, looking for that right hand counter. You could see him dressing him up for it, and he landed it well. Just a change of tact from Dalton there.
Dalton's looked a little bit too eager this round.
Kodua just trying to set him up for a counter of his own. You can see the way his feet were turned. Just was looking for that almost Mayweather-esque pull counter within the space of 30 seconds here. And I dare say the last 30 seconds of the contest just signals that this one is starting to warm up there.
Yeah, this is going to be a good fight. We did feel that before the fight. And I think it's going to be really good. When we're looking at this in, you know, maybe another 3-4 rounds, I think it's going to be a barn burner.
Dalton, that over-eagerness that we saw in spots in the last round is pouring it on here already. And Kodua just trying to tuck up tight in the corner. He's got the right hand up by the chin, but
he's got to be careful that he doesn't, when he gets there, he doesn't throw his punches at the same rhythm, because Kodua's the type of boxer that can just see that rhythm, and he knows to time the movements with his shoulders. Nice right hand over the top there from Dalton. Yeah,
and Kodua just chipping away to the body again.
Oh,
really
and
good
again.
fight now, starting to really heat up, and they're both fancying this. Steve Gray bringing him back to the centre of the ring again. Just over 2 minutes to go in round number 3.
It was a good little exchange. It was a right hand over the top from Dalton that landed, but Kodua came straight back with a right hook, left hook to the body as well, straight away. And sometimes it's the body shots that actually take more out of you. Nice little screw left hook there from Kodua as well.
Yeah, he's feeling himself now, isn't he?
He is. Certainly a character.
Lovely, just led with that right hand. He's been watching Floyd Mayweather Jr., that's for sure.
Just a little bit.
He knows his positions, he knows his traps, and he's landed a couple in the early part of this contest. But Dalton now is the busier, and he's starting to find a home. Lefts and rights, just chipping away, pushing Kodua back, trying to show the judges that he's the boss of the fight. Kodua steps out of range. He's going to just look to shovel on the counter as Dalton just pressing his head onto the chest of Kodua, trying to find a home for lefts and right hooks. Kodua responds well off the ropes, looking comfortable in this position. Lovely counter with the right hand. Dalton, again, just trying to press him, push him back, but he's quite able to impose himself as he might like at this stage. He's right above our commentary position. Little shoe shine to the ribs of Kodua, who just gets his head in a safe position, and they tie up at centre ring. Plenty to like from both fighters, you know.
Yeah.
Very different styles, but lots to like.
Dalton's worked back along lines of what he was doing in the first round. He is throwing more body shots. He's not looping his shots as much as high as what he was in the second. And he's making Kodua work.
Busy, but not many of these landing clean, throwing 4-5, and a lot of them coming off the shoulders, and just occasionally Kodua will just pop something eye-catching. Much more economical in his work, Ajayi's fighter. Again, just rolling, countering with that right hand, little short left hook on the ropes, making Dalton hit shoulders and arms. And looking really relaxed. Gives his man a little glance as they head back to their corners.
Round 4.
And so to this point, Bobby Dalton's expended the more energy of the pair of them. It's been economical work from Kodua. He's probably slightly behind in the fight so far, but they won't be worried about that. Plenty of time to go and start to turn the screw themselves. Counter left hook from Dalton there, just hunting his man on the front foot. The start of round number 4, lands a left hook. And Kodua responds with his back to the rope, just turns his man.
You see, this is what Dalton will want. Even though Kodua's having some success, he's making Kodua work. And that's what you'd want if you're fighting somebody that's flashed and as confident as someone like Kodua. Whereas Dalton's a little bit more tested coming through with his championship fight, where he, like you say, he had to give up a few early rounds and fight his way through. Because he's experienced in that, he knows he can do that. If he can drag Kodua into this kind of fight early doors now, maybe his experience will take a foot in the fight as we go down the stretch. These are great exchanges.
Brilliant exchanges as Dalton just starts low, finishes high. Again, just trying to find a home upstairs.
That right hook underneath, 3 or 4, he's just shoveling them in there. Beautiful shots.
And then leaving himself some space for the follow-up, rolling the work of Dalton. And a lot of this is hitting arms and gloves, and Kodua all the while just punching in between his work. And they're applauding in the corner, Ajayi and the team.
Because they take a lot out of you when they're going in the pit of that stomach or on that rib cage. They take a lot out of you, and they were heavy shots, single shots, but heavy shots, and every one landed right on the button. But Dalton is outworking him.
Well, against Ben Vaughan, the pressure didn't look like it was going to affect him until suddenly it did, and all of a sudden the wind went from the sails of Vaughan around 6 and 7, and then Dalton really stepped on and tried to get it done in, I think, the 7th round, and just pulled away towards the end of the fight. Is the same going to happen here? I'm not absolutely sure that there isn't a little twist in the tail yet, because Kodua's been landing some really, really nice shots to the body so far, and Dalton is looking the more tired of the two, you'd say, so far.
Yeah.
Steve Gray just gets in the middle of them.
You can look like you're losing a fight, being outworked in a fight, but if you're landing those right body shots, the correct shots at the right time like that, then they take a lot out of them. Look at them, 3 or 4 underneath. Yeah.
Really sinking feeling to them as he lands them under the elbows.
So what I'm trying to say is you're willing to lose or look like you're losing those early rounds because you can feel that you're draining the strength of your opponent.
Dalton just ties up the left elbow, tries to find himself a little bit of space, but again, Kodua shoveling those underneath. Really good work from him. And again, slipping and rolling on the ropes in that Philly shell style and making his man miss. And this is a long-term plan here from Joel Kodua.
Seconds out. Round 5.
Bobby Dalton Sr., Dave, starting to tell his son to attack the bodies. Miss with the right hand throw, the left hook downstairs. The body isn't moving. I sense they are starting to get the impression they're being outworked to the body, and they want to try and take a little bit out of the man in front of them in case this starts to get attritional in the second half of the fight.
Because when he's going to the head, Kodua looks comfortable. And even though he's been outworked, this is good. It's a big good attack from Kodua.
Joel Kodua started low, finished high, and it may have just stunned Bobby Dalton with a couple of nice shots around the whiskers. At centre in they are, and just 30 seconds into round number 5. Joel Kodua looking full of confidence here, chipping away to the body.
Body shots are crippling him. Now they're having an effect.
And he is starting to really feel these. Bobby Dalton and Kodua shoveling them in. Left hook counter from the champion. Little respite. Steve Gray gets in between them again. Dalton comes through, just chucks a 1-2 and a left hook. A little bit of sting has gone out the shots
from Kodua.
They told him to stay off the ropes. Ajayi in the cornerman. Kodua, and he's at centre ring and he's boxing well so far. Just takes half a step out of range, looks for that right hand counter. Didn't miss by too much. Dalton just hunched over, trying to get his head onto the chest of Kodua. Just left hooking him onto the exit. Shovels that right hand into the body again. And forces Dalton just to tie that arm up and buy himself a little bit of breathing space. And it's that work downstairs, consistent body work, starting to pay dividends for the London fighters. Dalton again presses and wheels himself forwards. Really good fight this.
Yeah, really good. And like I said, Dalton might have been outworking him, but the actual effective shots have been coming from Kodua's body shots.
He's just turning the chin to ride those right hands round the corner as well, Kodua. And really nice defensive work from him so far. Gone from being... Oh, lovely left hook into the body. Wasn't even domestic champion at the start of the year, won the Southern area and potentially the English title in the space of 2 fights, and he's had a left hook that's stunned Bobby Dalton, who's rocking and rolling. Big cut on the cheek of the champion, fires back with the left hook.
What a shot that was.
Dalton is hurt here. 38 seconds on the clock in round number 5, and Kodua, sensing a moment, steps on him now. Chips away to the body. Ajayi, Anthony Yard on his feet ringside. They know their man's in control now. Just measuring with that jab. Can he set him up on the counter here? Dalton backing up into the corner, trying to buy himself a little bit of space and time to recover. Nice right hand through the middle from Kodua, turning the knuckles over. Massive welt appearing cut on the cheek. We'll have to get a look at that in between the rounds if we can. And his face is a bloody mess within moments. And the champion in a mini crisis here.
Round 6.
I have to say, Dave, we watch a lot of boxing. Very rare you see a welt like that appear on the cheekbone with a cut from one left
One
hook.
shot,
Doesn't happen very often. You know where the cuts normally appear. He's got quite sharp features, Dalton, and quite pronounced cheekbones. Perhaps that could be part of the reason, but it was a peach of a shot, and Steve Gray saw it clearly. It's the kind of thing that looks like it would appear from a head clash, but it was a very, very clean lead left hook there, and Kodua really feeling himself now. He's in the Philly shell, just stepping around the outside, and Dalton knows he's got to try and exert some pressure.
In the last minute of this round, it's going to be tough work for Dalton, because Kodua's just allowing him to expend his energy, and he's just watching himself, catching with the odd shot, but he'll turn it up in that last minute. Once Dalton starts slowing down a little bit, he'll then go to work.
Seems happy to let him work in the early stages of the rounds, tuck up in the Philly shell. And he's just trying to dress him up for a right-hand counter here. Will Dalton take the bait? Just steps across to his right. He read that really well. Just clearly got a clear head now. Looked a little bit rocked and a bit at sea in the last minute of round number 5. Kodua waiting patiently here, shoveling again to the body, levering himself space in the elbow. Nice 4-punch combination. Finishes up with a 1-2. That loose, languid style looks so relaxed. He's barely breathing, Kodua.
Look at the concentration on his face now. He's turned spiteful.
Now he's looking on him either.
Now he's looking to be able to put more venom in his punches now.
Just waiting for Dalton
look at that face.
Make the mistake. That cheek is unbelievable. From one well-placed punch, the knuckle landing right on the cheekbone, and now blood pouring from the mouth of Dalton. He's having to really work through a crisis here. And he wheels himself forwards, desperate to hang on to his title.
Don't come over here.
Right hand round the side, shoe shine to the body. Dalton just trying to put some pressure on Kodua, who's on the ropes, just letting him punch himself out and coming back with a couple of clubbing right hands again, just trying to lever his head off balance.
Chopping right hand, and again, look at the state of that face.
Absolute
Now
mess
this is
on
where
Dalton's
Kodua's going to go to work.
Started low, finished high, and now starting to shoe shine away and rocking with a couple of nice left hooks. Kodua, 30 seconds on the clock. He's come from nowhere. Southern area title to English within 2 fights. This could be a huge night for the Londoner. Just misses with that right hand that time, and Dalton on instructions through his corner. So when he misses the right, shovel that left hook to the body. He's trying to continue to exert that pressure. It's Kodua now. He's looking in control of the contest. Full control, but just reminding him, don't get too relaxed here. You're not necessarily the home fighter. You're not the favourite. You don't want to rely on the judges to do you any favours. If you've got the chance to close this out, you better do so.
He wants him to go out there this round and stop it. The referee might stop it. The doctor might stop this. His face is an absolute mess. He looks absolutely spent, to be honest. He's going to stop it. Yeah.
That is absolutely horrendous, Dave. I don't know
The eyes okay, so you can see out the eyes. So that's going to get bigger, that, and it's going to do quite a lot. What round are we now?
6, aren't we? 6, John.
It's final round, is it?
No, it's a 10-round fight.
What do you think?
7. Oh.
It's not his eye where you can't see.
6.
What are your thoughts?
I'd give it one more round, you know.
Yeah, okay.
You're going to give him one more round.
Steve, if it gets worse, give us a shout.
Yeah,
If it gets worse, I'm going to give you one round, mate.
Just do that. If it moves it forward, I'm going to call time.
Well, great work from our team picking the audio up on that exchange. The ringside positions there, just debating, I think, a sensible debate there. The eye, of course, being the absolute priority here.
They're giving him every chance.
One more round. I think Joel Kodua has actually had a decent rest now, probably over a minute and a half there to gather himself, and he will now really want to put his foot down. And I can't see that this one's going to go into the later stages of the contest. It's on Dalton to try and protect himself, but can he win the fight from here? That's a very different question altogether. He's got to show something here for his corner. Got to show something big, Dalton.
He's got to show something here for the ref, because the ref's going to stop the fight at the end of this round.
Oh, big right hand. That's exactly what
I
the
think
doctor
that
ordered.
caught the back of his shoulder, to be honest. I think it slapped on the back.
He's been riding those all night long, isn't he, Kodua? Really good defensively, looked really, really calm under pressure. And the body work had paid dividends in the second half of this fight. Found the punch that he needed to really turn the course of the fight firmly in his favour. Dalton continuing to press forward, undeterred. And of course, he's the only person that hasn't seen the cut. He doesn't know the damage to his cheek. He will certainly feel it, no doubt. But it hasn't changed his game plans. Kodua just pops a couple of left hooks out to the head. Dalton again pressuring him.
Nice right hand there. Brave as they come, Dalton. He's giving it absolutely everything he's got. He knows he's got a round. He's not, he's not even thinking about anything other than just throw punches. And the problem is he's not a big one-punch knockout man. He's got 2 stoppages on his record. It was always likely to, to either be a late stoppage win for either or to go to a distance. Not a one-punch job.
But it hasn't to this point given us any indication that the pressure has been anything like a problem for Kodua. There's no indication that he's going to start unravelling or that something's going to come out the blue to hurt him. That is, of course, what the Dalton corner need at this stage of the contest. Minute to go in round number 7. And as it shovels that left hand up the middle into the body.
And as we know the pattern of the fight, the last minute Kodua starts going to work.
But trying to tie that left hand up, trying to keep the right side of his face safe for as long as he possibly can. And all the time he has, the more hope he has. He steps in with the hands high and tight, chops the right hand over the shoulder that time. Kodua just clubbing those left and right hands in response, turns himself off the ropes, gets himself back to centre ring. Lovely uppercut, just lifts the chin of Dalton for a second.
Kodua's been very good tonight. Very good. Been really
very
impressed.
good. A career best performance so far. Little shimmy of the hips there. Full confidence, knows full well he's in charge of the contest. Left hook to punctuate the end of the round, and Dalton goes back to his corner, a bloody mess. And a pretty thankless task, working on a swelling and a cut like that, where you're trying to push the swelling around with the end swell, but also you don't want to open that cut up and make it any worse. And it's already sort of somewhere like an axe wound under his eye.
It's
Somehow
horrific.
The swelling hasn't migrated upwards too much, and he's got full vision. But it's a horrendous bit of work that from one clean punch as well.
Yeah.
But he still wills himself forwards, knows that he's got a chance, Dalton, but he's got to throw the kitchen sink at his man.
And he is doing, he's giving it everything.
This is what these domestic title fights are all about. Huge amount of pride on the line. So much work has gone into get to these moments, and they're not thrown away easily.
Actually, better defence from Dalton as well. He's got his hands up and he was catching those hooks from Kodua. From the ref's point of view, and the doc's point of view, his eyesight isn't actually affected too bad. While his eyesight is all right. The blood's not flowing into his eye. This is why the fight is still going ahead. It looks a mess, it looks horrific, but it's not flowing into his eye, and his eyesight's there because the eye's not fully closed, or you know, but it's not protruding his vision too much. And Dalton's still giving it everything he's got.
What was it? Arturo Gatti said to the ringside physician once, they said the cut's down to the bone, we have to stop it. He said, well, if it's down to the bone, it can't go any further, can it?
And that sums up Arturo Gatti, which is why he's one of my favourite fighters ever.
Yeah, that is the kind of mentality that we're dealing with here. Dalton won't care a jot.
And Dalton's actually, is more volume. And what Kodua's got to be a little bit careful of, he doesn't fall into that trap of just looking for a TV shot.
Yeah, having landed a couple of them tonight,
because a lot of them are missing.
Yeah. Just had a little look up to the clock there, Kodua. Just the first time in the fight that maybe he has begun to feel the pace here. I wonder how much Dalton will sense that. Just a little bit of laboured look about the feet, and the body language again just ties up, and he just glanced up to the clock. A surefire sign twice in the space of 15 seconds that he is starting to feel the pace of the contest, and Dalton is digging in with everything that he has now.
And his defence has been much better this round.
Double left hook, eats a right hand from Kodua, ties that left hand up again. Heroic stuff this from Bobby Dalton. Again, that right hand just clubs off the shoulder, dips and rolls under the two that come back, smothers the body work, and again ties the arms up. Staggering sport at times this, and Steve Gray, had my eyes trained on him throughout that exchange. He was watching on compassionately. He has seen it all over the course of his career, but that is a bad cut and a bad swelling. But Bobby Dalton has given him every indication that he is well in this fight and well up for it. And just that languidness, and perhaps seeing the finish line a little too early from Joel Kodua 3 or 4 rounds ago, has just let Dalton back into this fight. He needs a massive couple of rounds here, but there is hope in that corner yet.
Don't forget, just as the referee, on the round end where the referee took Dalton over to the doctors, Tundi had told Kodua that he wanted him to stop in that round. So we know that he's not coasting. He's just feeling the pace.
Solid shots, couple landed there from Kodua off the ropes again, thudding into the head of Dalton. But that's a good right hand,
and that'll give him loads of confidence there.
Kodua responded really well with a left hook, but again a nice left from Dalton lands, and he's pressing his man against the ropes and shoveling these shots in with everything that he has.
But he can't be crude with his shots, Dalton, because Kodua will pick out the gaps.
Brilliant defence from Kodua, just rolling, slipping, turning, and trying to muffle the offence. Kodua chips away to the body again. Brilliant contest this. Big smile from Joel Kodua as they tie up. He's enjoyed this. He has to put a solid punctuation on this performance. Hasn't got a knockdown, remember. Left hand from Dalton lands on the ropes. Kodua tries to get low, smother the work, and shovels 4 into the body himself. Dalton, lovely response from him, pressing the action.
What an exchange.
Really good inside work from both of these men. Kodua just one on the belt line there.
Dalton with a little right uppercut.
And Steve Gray's done a brilliant job of officiating this,
again,
letting them work it out on the inside. And a nice left uppercut just shoveled into the body from Kodua, just trying to press Dalton backwards.
And that's what stops Dalton from throwing his punches. Kodua shoveled a really good left hook right in the pit of the belly. Oh, good left hook himself there downstairs for Dalton.
Bobby Dalton has walked through the fire in defence of his title tonight, and he will give this everything that he has to try and hang on to the belt. As Kodua just done a little bit too much as they go back and forth there. Solid shots from Kodua lands. Teed up the right hand and didn't miss by much, but he follows up with 3, leads with the right hand. 10 seconds to go in the penultimate round. Look for the right hand counter again. Dalton continues to pressure, continues to walk into the fire. Brilliant stuff from both of these two, and we will go into the 10th and final round.
For the 10th and final round,
I'll tell you what, Dave, you'd see it again in a heartbeat, this.
Oh, without a doubt, it's been a fantastic fight. Brilliant.
Dalton still with hope, but you suspect here that Kodua has done enough if he has a solid round here to be clear on the cards. Oh, solid uppercut. As Dalton just leant over that front foot, just bustles himself into space as well, looking a little tired now. Oh, solid weight and leverage behind these shots, really using that range and turning over those long levers. Dalton again just gets his head on the chest and trying to outwork him with volume, but he hasn't really managed to hurt Kodua with any one single shot tonight. Occasionally had the upper hand through pressure, probably banked 2 of the first 3 rounds, but the middle rounds were Kodua's and they were big rounds too.
Oh, you can't stop it now.
Steve Gray just having a quick word with Mervyn Turner in the corner there, just to try and wipe their man down. So much clout pouring from that cut and from the mouth of the English welterweight champion, who desperately want to hang on to his title here. 2 minutes still to go in the 10th round, plenty of time, but a counter left hook again immediately opens that cut up and it begins to pour like a tap down the right side of Dalton's face. Blood on the canvas, blood on the commentary desk here, blood on Steve Gray's shirt and blood all over the face of Bobby Dalton as Kodua chips away, shovels into the body, left hook off the back of it, just forces Dalton to step off, and I think he might be hurt here.
It's a great last round from Kodua. He's not just got on his bike or boxed his way through. I like what he's doing here.
Really pressing the initiative now, looking for the shot to maybe end things clean here. Thumping away to the body. Dalton still finds the will, the spirit to respond. And he will do so all the way to the final bell if we get there. Kodua just trying to work himself a little bit of space to land again to the body. Dalton head hunting, a lot of those coming off the gloves. Two really attritional fights for Dalton back-to-back. But against Vaughan, he was in trouble.
That one.
Against Vaughan, he had Vaughan in trouble, but he is hurt here. That one to the body, sunk in, and just buckled in for a moment. Been unbelievably brave.
So tough.
Particularly these last 5 rounds, he's really worked through something chronic, and he has shown the heart of a champion, but I don't think he's done enough here. Kodua looks up at the...
These body shots are really hurting him now.
Yes, yeah. Kodua had a look at the scoreboard. He knows that he's within arm's reach of becoming the English welterweight champion. Unbelievable performance, unbelievable fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 full rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards at ringside. Judge John Latham sees it 97-94. Judge Bob Williams sees it 97-93. And Judge Terry O'Connor sees it 98-92, declaring your winner by unanimous decision and a new English welterweight champion, Joel JFK